It is the song that no man would sing, and yet the song remains the same, hidden. In Hebrew, sing is to testify, to bear witness, or give an answer. And this is the answer in Job 41:10. Because none was so fierce that would dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me? It is the reason, to this point, no man stands before him. All have been collected by a created creature, cared for by the Father. Isaiah 27:3. I, the Lord, do keep it, and I will water it every moment, lest any hurt it. I will keep it night and day. It is known by Zechariah as the curse upon the whole earth, and by Isaiah as the scourge of consumption. He is Leviathan, and is described in great detail in Job 41, beginning in verse 1 in foreign fashion, but Hebrew direction, right to left. Key words would unlock this letter. Verse 1, you have let yourself down by the twisted words of a slanderer, and by the Leviathan you are removed. The process is in the word thorn. In Hebrew it means a piercing or a ring through the nose. It is a mark of servitude. You will recognize this beast later by a number given. This is what was meant when seeds were gathered among the thorns. It is described in verse 2. By a piercing of the cheek you are labeled and are fiercely collected. The Hebrew word for jaw is the soft part of the flesh, a cheek, or a nose or ear, places that slaves are tagged. And this is where the mark began. They will end on the forehead or the hand. And for this reason, verses 3 and 4, he spoke softly to you and granted many favors. You were taken to his service, and with him your covenant was made. Job 41:5-6 continues this. Like children you drew near to him, skipping around him, hopping about, making sport of the report. The merchandisers divided him for profit, and a bargain of purchase was struck. And to him you joined in fellowship. You know, Isaiah 28:15-20 described a covenant with death and hell. Why did men of God and Hebrew translators for almost 2,000 years mock this, making all men collected merchandise? Verse 7 finishes the letter. The word spears is chattering teeth, the sounds from the other side of a closed door. The word fish under his head is to spawn and grow under his leadership. Barbed irons are the thorns of the hedge that all flesh have been gathered to. Can you fill means to his satisfaction. You have fulfilled. Read Job 41 verses 1 and 2 in the English direction. It says, can you draw out Leviathan with a hook? Can you put a hook in his nose or through his jaw? This was foretold in prophecy by Ezekiel in chapter 28 verses 3-6. The great dragon that lies in the midst of the rivers, he has said, my rivers are my own. I made them for me. And God responds, I will put hooks in your jaw, and then cause the fish that follow too close to cling to your scales. I will then throw you and the fish stuck to you into desolation, and you shall not be gathered by me. Isaiah 27:1. In that day the Lord with his sword and great strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan that crooked serpent, and shall slay the dragon in the sea. Now notice there are 3 of them, and they are taken in 2 parts. The word punished, simply put, is they are visited. The piercing one in Hebrew is the mark of the beast. The crooked one is the slanderer, or false prophet, and they are taken together in Revelation 19:20. And the beast was taken, and the false prophet, one deceived, the other marked. The time is coming towards an end, and they know this. To the destroyer, a message in verse 8 of Job 41. In Hebrew direction, it says, "Do nothing more than mark by the consuming sword, and lay your power, the behemoth, upon him." This is food that I provided to my family for years. I want to now share it with you. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.